Welcome one and all to 2 for 2 Math. I am your host Raphael Thompson along with my daughter Rafaela. Today we will be looking at the topic of place value and focusing on tens and ones only. So parents and teachers, check out this video to enable your children or students to understand tens and ones. Here we go. Okay, Rafaela, I need you to count as the digits appear.
0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Very good. Word problem that we want to begin with. There are 12 girls in our class. 1. How many tens does 12 have? 2. How many ones does 12 have? And we have constructed some number rooms. And each room, you have a hundreds room, a tens room, a ones room. And you can only put one digit in each room. Today we'll only be looking at the rooms with the tens and the ones. So we'll begin with the ones room, and we'll be using some place value models or place value blocks. And the first one we'll look at is the ones block. Okay, there is a ones block, and that's, read it for us, Rafaela.
1, 1.
1, 1. Where would you put it? Which room would you put it in? Not in the tens room. Where would you put it?
In the ones room.
Ones room. There you have it, in the ones room. And read it.
1, 1 equals 1.
Very good. Count.
1, 2.
And in the ones room.
2 ones equals 2.
Very good.
1, 2, 3.
Good.
3 ones equals 3.
Still in the ones room.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 ones equals 4.
Still in the ones room.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 ones equals 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 ones equals 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 ones equals 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 ones equals 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 ones equal 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 ones equals 10.
Now, we cannot put that in the ones room. We have to put all of the ones block into one block, and we call that the tens block, and that's 1, 10. So where do we place the tens block?
In the tens room.
Yes, we put it in the tens room. That's 1, 10 in the tens room and 0 ones in the ones room. So that number, remember, you have to put one digit in each room. So we have 1 in the tens and 0 in the ones room. And that gives us the number 10.
110 equals 10.
Yes, 110 gives us 10. Now let's continue. We are putting 110 in the tens room and 1 in the ones room. Those are the blocks. Now we will put the digits. Yes, the 1 would go in the 10 and 1 would go in the ones. And then we would see what number that gives us. Remember, 1 digit in each room.
110 plus 11 equals 11.
Very good. So 110 plus 11 gives us 11. Let's continue and move on. Let's put the blocks first. 1 10 and 2 ones. Look at the digits now. Where would you put the digits? Remember, 1 digit in each room. So 1 would go in the tens room. 2 would go in the ones room.
$110 plus 2 ones equals 12.
Very good. 110 and 2 ones give you 12. Now remember the word problem at the beginning. There are 12 girls in our class. How many 10s does 12 have? And we already figured that out. 1 10. There's only 1 10 in 12. There are 12 girls. How many ones does 12 have? We already figured that out as well. There are 2 ones. 2 ones in the number 12. So let's look at it all together now. There are 12 girls in our class. So the place value blocks would be one group of 10 and 2 ones. 12 is equal to 110 plus 2 ones. Let's continue. Remember, we're still putting the blocks in the rooms. 110 and 3 ones. Now we put the digits. Remember, 1 digit in a room at a time. 110 plus 3 ones. Yeah, 1 would go in the tens room. 3 would go in the ones room. Now let's see what number would we get. Can you say the number? 1 in the tens room and 3 in the ones room.
110 plus 3 ones equals 13.
Very good. That number is 13. Let's continue. We will put the blocks in the rooms first. One group of 10, 110, and 4 ones in the ones room. What number? Let's put the digits. Yes, we have to put 1 in the tens room and then 4 in the ones room. What number are we looking at? 1 in the tens and 4 in the ones.
110 plus 4 ones equals 14.
Very good. That number is 14. Let's continue. We will put the blocks in the rooms first. $110 in the tens room and 5 ones in the ones room. Let's put the digits. Remember, 1 digit at a time in a room. 1 in the tens room and 5 in the ones room. Can you call that number?
$110 plus 5 ones equals 15.
Very good. That number is 15. Let's put more blocks. 110 and 6 ones. Let's put the digits. What would go in the tens? 1. What would go in the ones room? 6. Do you know that number?
110 plus 6 ones equals 16.
Very good. That number is 16. Let's continue. 110 plus 7 ones. Can you call that number? 110 plus 7 ones. Let's put the digits. 1 in the tens, 7 in the ones. One in the 10, 7 in the ones.
110 plus 7 ones equals 17.
Yes, that number is 17. Let's continue. Put the blocks in the rooms. 1, 10, and 8 ones. Let's put the digits. What would go in the tens room? What would go in the ones room? Do you know? Yes, 1 in the tens and 8 in the ones room. What number do we get? 1 in the tens and 8 in the ones room. Can you say that number?
$110 plus 8 ones equals 18.
110 plus 8 ones is 18. That number is 18. Now we will add more blocks and move on. 110 and 9 ones. Do you know what that number is? Let's put the digits to represent the blocks. 1 in the tens room, 9 in the ones room. Call that number.
$110 plus 9 ones equals 19.
Very good. That number is 19. Now let's place some more blocks and move on. 110 and 10 ones. Now we have a problem. We cannot put those 10 ones in the ones room. Too many. So you group them together, and now you would put that in the tens room. So you have 2 tens and 0 ones. Let's put the digits. What would go in the tens room? What would go in the ones room? Can you tell me? Yes. 2 in the tens and 0 in the ones. 2 tens and 0 ones. Do you know what that number is?
2 tens plus 0 ones equals 20.
That number is 20. So 2 tens give you 20. Now we need to write the number. How many in the tens? 2 tens and 3 ones. What's that number?
23.
Very good. Let's see if you can get the other one correct. Write the number. 110 and 5 ones.
15.
Yes, that number is 15. Now, how many tens and ones? So you have to group the blocks into tens first and then see how many ones would be left. Okay, so you have to do the tens first. Group them in tens first. So let's do that grouping first. There you see one group of 10, another group, 10, and 3 ones. So that's 2 groups of 10s plus 3 ones. What's that number?
23.
Very good. 2 groups of 10s and 3 ones is 23. Remember, you have to take out the groups of 10s first. Then see how many ones are left. How many 10s and ones? That's a group of 10, another group of 10, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 10s and 8 ones?
28.
Very good. That number is 28. Now, how many 10s and ones? 52 is equal to how many 10s and ones?
5 tens and 2 ones.
5 10s plus 2 ones. You got that correct. Let's try another one. How many tens and ones? 87. How many tens and how many ones?
8 tens and 7 ones.
Very good. And thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed and you learned something.